Psychological horror aims to create discomfort by exposing common or universal psychological and emotional vulnerabilities and fears, such as the shadowy parts of the human psyche that most people repress or deny, referred to in Jungian psychology as the archetypal shadow characteristics: suspicion, distrust, self-doubt, and paranoia of others, themselves, and the world. Thus, elements of psychological horror focus on mental conflict. These become important as the characters face perverse situations, often involving the supernatural, immortality, and conspiracies, while other horror media emphasize fantastical situations such as by monsters. Psychological horror tends to keep the monsters hidden and to involve situations more grounded in artistic realism. Number 10. Shadows of the Damned. You are Garcia Hotspur, a demon hunter trying to rescue your lady friend from a demon lord named Fleming. This game took the trippy, psychological horror from notable titles like Silent Hill and The Suffering, but added a humorous take on it like the Devil May Cry franchise. If you want an overlooked game that can give you a creepy but fun time, this is the game for you. From the perverted and funny Johnson, all the way across the spectrum to the horrifying and mind-bending monster design, this game has a lot to offer. Number 9. Condemned Criminal Origins. The second game, Bloodshot, could have earned this spot solely on one specific horrifying cabin chase scene, but I'd personally say that Criminal Origins made me shake and pause the game a whole lot more. Ethan Thomas searches for a man known as Serial Killer X, who has been killing other serial killers using their own MOs. This game has a questionable storyline, but made up for that with horrifically brutal hand-to-hand combat, a neat ammo mechanic, and of course, terrifying gameplay. This game comes highly recommended from me, a critically underrated game. Number 8. The Suffering. Brilliant sound design, brilliant lighting effects, brilliant monster design, and a superb story. The Suffering was a sleeper hit on the original Xbox. Playing as Torque, a man on death row for the murder of his ex-wife and 2 kids, but with no knowledge of doing it, you're tasked with escaping a prison filled with horrifying monsters designed by Stan Winston that were released after a large earthquake. Tell me that doesn't sound pretty scary. It was a freaky-ass experience, and you should buy it. Number 7. Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth. As a massive fanboy of anything Lovecraftian, this game was awesome to me, regardless of its commercial failure. Dark, gritty, and horrifying, it does Innsmouth justice. It used several unique mechanics and tropes that may have turned some folk off, but made the game more immersive to me. It had no HUD, no health indicator, and a great use of the sanity effects. After numerous delays, many video gamers decidedly turned their attention away from it, but I still name it as one of the better examples of psychological horror. Number 6. F.E.A.R. This game is a real example of how to use phobias, trippy visuals, and tension for horror and terror instead of cheap jump scares. I hate jump scares and openly speak against them as a method of horror. Properly timing sound clips, awkward color schemes, and of course the use of Alma can make anybody want to lock the doors and cover themselves in a blanket. Every new room made you curious and also afraid of that same curiosity because you already learned that something was off about this place. Number 5. Bioshock. As with a few games on here, this also appeared on my top 10 most atmospheric games list. Atmosphere is one of the most important things to succeed at in a psychological horror game, and Rapture, as stated in previous lists, is the king of atmosphere and horror. I have rarely felt that desolate and lonely in a game before. Number 4. Dead Space. Dead Space 2 was in the running for this spot, but after remembering the state of my mind after going into the series blind, I swiftly went back to the first game. The Ishimura is a huge statement of world design in horror games. As Isaac Clarke, you walk around the narrow corridors of the derelict planet Cracker, completely unaware of what is going to happen, when it's going to happen, and how it's going to happen to you, and it leaves you wide-eyed the entire time. The sound design and creature design and level design are so grotesque and alien that it is even more immersive to the point of being in the ship yourself. I love this game and everything about it. Number 3. Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. One of Nintendo GameCube's best titles in my opinion, this game was awesome. It may not have pioneered the sanity effects that it used, but it did bring them into a spotlight more than those before it. The sanity effects made the psychological horror experience even more frightening. What made the game's atmosphere even more terrifying was that you were not just playing as one character in one setting, but many different characters. Dealing with that change made things feel unfamiliar, and as we all know, unfamiliarity can be a pretty scary thing. Number 2. Oh, Alan Wake. Have you ever wanted your favorite Stephen King novel to be completely transformed into the video game medium? Have you ever wanted a video game that had all those mysteries and surprises from written storytelling? Alan Wake is the game you are looking for. This game was confusing, relieving, frightening, and it had the ending that you were not even able to comprehend. And all of those things make what a good thriller or psychological horror game need. And even after all of those wonderful things, it had collectibles, comedy relief, and a dreadful mood that throughout the entire game. Alan Wake was a game that I enjoyed and would definitely play again, 6 years later, and we still debate about the ending. And number 1. Silent Hill 2. It should be very apparent by now that I love the Silent Hill franchise, and notably Silent Hill 2. Why is this game on my number 1 of psychological horror games? I think the question should be, why isn't it on yours? A great story, mind-bending horror, soundtrack, multiple endings, and timeless awesomeness. What does this game not have? And none of that press X to not die or choose your own ending bullshit. This game is the centerpiece of psychological horror subgenre. It is what every game since has tried and failed to be. It is on my must-play list of games, and I need you guys to play it because it is worth it.
So then, why am I looking for her?
Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Listitis. I really hope you enjoyed my picks for it, and as you know, you can comment down below and let me know what you thought and what your entries would be. And remember to like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy what I do and want to help support me in making more videos for you. Click some of these links to follow to travel around my channel and enjoy more of my content. You are all amaze-tastic, and until next time, catch you later.